Welcome to the Lone Machinist podcast, where it's just you, your machines, and the work. What have you got going on this week, Curt?
This week I'm going to talk about how I need to hire digital robots, if I want to CNC the manual lathe, the slippery slope, and how I'm a YouTube sellout. How about you, Jamie? What are you going to talk about?
We broke the chuck on Bertha. Carl should buy a lotto ticket, and we played musical machines this week. So yeah,
Ooh,
how you doing today, Curt?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's daylight savings here, which you guys don't do, so
Nope.
we're recording a little earlier on my end, but actually
Okay.
works out pretty good. So
Yeah,
yeah,
the thought of daylight savings in Africa is hilarious.
the thought of
Everyone
daylight
would,
savings here is stupid as well, but we
dude.
still do it. So
Everyone would just be late for work or early for work for half the year. Like, there's no way that would work here. The people are way too dumb for that shit.
I don't with the advent of like lighting in homes, I don't understand why
Yeah.
we do it anymore, but hey, whatever. So,
No. I mean, we got back now. It's just gotten dark. It's just after 7. We
mm,
got home at 6:45. It was still somewhat light out. So we took the doggos for a bit of a walk because my wife is still adamant about this whole walking up a freaking hill story. Like, don't know what's wrong with that chick. But yeah, what have you been up to this week?
well, my world's kind of been boring. I've just been like I had all my stuff and I'm just selling it. Like all my pens were finished, so just doing kind of boring finishing, which is nice. This is actually with the Sile doing its job as it should be now. I was able to like kind of bulk out all my times of like what everything actually takes me. And the machining process for everything, regardless of the machines I have, even if they're slightly slow, like let's say my lathe is not a Swiss, it's not going to crank up parts, but like I'm just timing the bottlenecks that I run into, and it's crazy how much of it is just associated to like dumb tasks, which is why I want to like I'm talking about hiring digital robots, answering emails, answering DMs. I don't understand how companies that grow to, I mean, obviously companies that grow to a certain size, they hire people for this reason, but like as a single guy operator shop, like just dealing with like messages, DMs, and then like order fulfillment and processing, like I gotta better. And my systems are automated somewhat, but I gotta get better at it because it's like it's crazy how fast that kind of stuff can pile up to hours and hours of work, which is like the worst work to do.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that kind of leads into one of my things from this week. There's an issue with the quote form on the website. If you fill
okay.
out the request a quote for an anchor point form, it comes through as a new subscriber to the newsletter. So I just ignore it because when we send a newsletter, Danica goes and pulls the emails. So I got a comment on one of the podcasts saying, "Hey, I sent this thing. I don't know if it's not working. Like, what's going on? I've requested a quote twice." So I went and looked, and oh no, there they are. They were just labeled incorrectly, so I ignored them. So yeah,
Oh
that's now. I
shit.
went through and checked that there weren't any other ones. That got sent off today. But yeah, that like the form works. It sends an email. If you're expecting an email, then yeah, sure, but it comes across as newsletter sign up or subscriber sign up or
Right.
something. So yeah, Danica said she fixed it, so we shall find out. Also, we now know what tariffs roughly are going to cost, so we're going to update our shipping option there. So it's
Mm,
$70 shipping, and you roll the dice and deal with FedEx, or $230 shipping, and it's prepaid.
okay. Okay.
So that's basically what it calculates out to on an anchor point with an extra set of pallets.
And you're using like a third party fulfillment that goes through FedEx,
Uh,
like tunnel or whatever.
I'm using Tunnel. So Tunnel is basically like Shippo. They get a good rate with FedEx, and
Right.
they book the shipment. FedEx pitches up here, grabs it from me, and it goes. And they prepay the duties and stuff. So yeah, they're basically just a shipping broker, but they move enough stuff that they get really good rates.
I was just gonna say, like, do that because I know a few people in my world right now that are shipping via UPS and via
Yeah.
FedEx directly, not through like
Yes.
a third party, and they're still getting whaled. Well, sorry, no, it doesn't apply to your system because you're not. Yeah, you're not under CUSMA or anything. You're
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
just
No.
paying
Fair enough.
straight
So
tariff. Yeah, yeah.
so
So it's not
Tunnel's
gonna matter.
thing. I've seen a couple of Instagram ads for them. Their thing is what we quote you on our website is what you will pay. If you're paying
Nice. Yeah, yeah,
duties and it lands there and the duties are higher than what they quoted, they cover the difference. Like what
yeah.
you pay on their website is what you pay. So, like, yeah, I still haven't got paid out for the missing anchor point. Still waiting on
Mm,
that. Apparently, the insurance
yeah,
company's US based and they're just cocking around. Um,
yeah.
it's a little frustrating. Actually, that reminds me quickly. Dead air. It's the
No,
best.
no
We
worries.
need a new. We need a new one that's typing on the podcast.
Typing on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, geez, I'm typing in the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't know if you caught the Taps of Patience episode where the outro
Oh, I
song was
totally
that
did.
one.
I totally did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, so I just remembered. I remembered something. I've got to send something out tomorrow. I'm waiting for some connectors to arrive and then I can send out some CNC breakout boards I make for the 7C81
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
because Jacob is doing a stupid and he's making a CNC
Oh,
bandsaw.
ooh, that
So
sounds fun.
yeah, look, not the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He's still going to use the hydraulics for the up and down feed, but I told him to put a string encoder, like literally one that rolls up a string. Or even an angle encoder would work, or a rotary encoder. So you know how high the saw is, and then you just have a bunch of parameters in the beginning of your program. You say, cool, I want 20 pieces this long. This is how big the bar stock is. The saw goes up, feeds forward, and cuts. So we're discussing doing it with M66 digital input codes. I don't know if you've ever messed with those.
No,
So in Linux
no, I haven't.
CNC, M64 and 65 are digital outputs. So M64 is switch on, so it's M64 and then P0 through 3. By default is only 4. And then M65 P0 through P3 will turn those digital outputs off. M66 will read in a digital input. Again, default is 4, but it can go up to like as many as you want as far as I understand it. But you then give it I think it's a Q variable, and that determines what happens. So if there's I think 4 different options, it can either wait until the signal changes state. So you run your code, you get to the M66, and when the signal changes, it continues, or when it goes from high to low or low to high, or there's a whole bunch of options. Or if it's already high, that's fine, carry on. I'm going to be implementing it on my parts catcher to make sure that it's out of the way. So I'm going to make these are built into Linux CNC by default.
And they're like a digital state inside. They're not like for outside interaction.
No, they're for external signals. It's a digital input.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I've used them before. I wrote a thing on Bertha that would lock the spindle. So it would rotate the spindle slowly until a proxy would pick up a slot, and then it would deploy the lock. And then it deployed the lock while doing a little 2 RPM and broke the little locking pin off, but not the point. You can basically wait so you can have it wait for an external input. That's like, I'm sure we discussed 2-channel. I discussed it somewhere. 2-channel CNC machines with Linux CNC, and that's how I'd go about doing it. Is with the M64, 5, and 6. So you could basically have your one controller run, and then wait for the other controller to literally flick a relay until the other machine to run.
Oh,
so you could do wait codes like that. So very, very useful. Used it. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to write a custom M code for the parts catcher. That when I call the parts catcher, it'll come forward, do its thing. When I stow the parts catcher, it'll hold itself in a loop until it's detected it's all the way back. And I think there's also a timeout function there. So super interesting. I think we need to put a show note there for that.
Yeah, I pulled it up because I'm going to look at it.
It works with Tormach as well.
Of course, yeah. They're on the backbone, so.
Yeah, and their version, according to Norman, I think he said there were 16 digital inputs and outputs by default in their config.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we were chatting to him on Friday night about it. Anyway.
Yeah.
I see you've got a CNC manual lathe. When you decide to go down that route, just let me know. I'll send you some boards.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Works with the Pi and the 7C81, and then I've got breakout boards that'll do everything. Like give you all the I/O that thing has. It's got 54. I think 54 or something. It's got a shitload of I/O.
Wow. Yeah. It's a ton.
And I've broken it all out. So you got 4-axis control, then 3 encoder inputs. You just got to flash the correct firmware to the Mesa board, and then it works. So it's actually on pretty much all of the retrofits I've done recently.
Nice.
So what do you want to do to your poor lathe?
So I mean, this all stems from. This is not I mean, it's kind of a do it because I could it would be beneficial, of course. for production, but it's also a kind of do it because I want to. Just to let me get around some of the current manual limitations. Like I want to feed slower at certain things. There's a lot of repetitive tasks that I do that I don't want to put on the hard hinge because the hard hinge is already doing certain other tasks, and
Sure.
this lathe doesn't. Anyways, that's how I'm justifying it in my brain. And like CNCing a lathe is not exactly hard. It's like a couple ball screws, a couple
Yeah.
servos, and you're off to the races. Like it's,
Left, right, up, down.
yeah. Well, then I found this. This is I gonna anybody who listens to this that is remotely into mechanical crap. There's a guy online on YouTube, U Mattern, UWE Mattern. I'll have it linked in the show notes.
Yeah.
He built, yeah, he built a like he has a manual lathe, nothing fancy, import manual lathe, and then he put like ball screws on it, servos. He's running I think Centroid Acorn on it, which is a pretty decent control, honestly.
Sure.
And he
Nice.
he has like linear scales on it. He
Oh,
has a
jeez.
y-axis on it, live tools. Like he went over the top, full c-axis on it, like on just
Yeah.
your import. You know,
Looks
it's
like
a
it's
sizable one.
genius.
His videos are actually really good. They're very they're like 5 minutes long, and it's just like one little tech aspects, not a lot of explanation, just a lot of just showing you what it does, and
Yeah.
it's addicting. I've been watching all of it, and I was just like, now I kind of want to do it. And like I just and like he built it so the hand wheels still control the lathe, like if you want to use it in a manual
Yes.
fashion, but they're MPGs. So then you have the benefit of like actual accuracy in the hand wheels, and it's
Yes.
just like,
Well,
I don't know.
if you're gonna go down that route, the breakout boards I've got support three MPGs or three
Oh,
encoders.
sick.
So you could do spindle encoder on one board, and then X and Z encoders or MPGs on the others. So you can twiddle its
Yeah.
knobs. Um,
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it'd be fun.
yeah, because so that's the cool thing with the 7C81. You can run. It's the firmware is called 3X 3X Bob or something, or 3X5 Bob. So it's meant to
Mhm.
run three of the 5-axis breakout boards. So it supports
Okay.
three encoders and like, what's it? It's 12 steppers.
Mm.
It's freaking
That's
insane.
a lot. Yeah.
I've broken it out a bit differently. So I've broken out four steppers, and then each board has its encoders. So you can, in the config,
Mhm.
you say three encoders. The PWM pin comes out; those are isolated as well because they are like the hardware is very defined which pins are which. If you don't
Mm.
define it, then it's an IO. Then you can use it as IO. But if you say three encoders, they have to be plugged in on those specific pins. Same thing with any additional steppers other than four. There are specific pins allocated to those. It's not just YOLO connected here.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're wicked little boards. And I bought a bunch last time, so I have spares.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
I
you
mean,
can
I'm
jump
fighting
on
it. I'm
sword.
fighting the urge hard because like
Don't
that's not something that. But I mean, it's
don't
a
do
fun.
it.
It's a fun
So
thing.
well,
It's
the
just
thing
like,
is,
do I need a project?
if you're going to use it to turn the bodies, if you can load a body and have it turn and disengage, and you don't have to be there for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like I am kind of just like I'm being a little glossing over things of like, yeah, there would be a ton of things I would actually use it for in a production sense as a CNC.
Yes.
Like if I just had another CNC lathe here right now, absolutely I would flood it with second
Yeah.
op work. And all my second op work is not super heavy duty, like
It's
aside from
face off
the
and nubbin.
OD turning. Yeah, like it's nothing that needs like, you know, crazy coolant and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like I'm turning the bodies on a manual lathe. Obviously, I don't have flood coolant on it, and it's working just fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm debating it. I think it'd be fun. It'd be fun.
For turning the bodies, you were complaining about that being soul destroying. If you
Oh
can
yeah,
have it do
100%.
it while you're doing something else, even if you're standing there and you're doing a body and you're loading one after the other, if you can load a body, walk away and do something, and when it's done, it stops, and you can come back and load
Totally.
another one, you can spread out that say for instance 2 hours of work where you must stand there over the whole day, over 8 hours. It's
Absolutely.
still the 2 hours of being done, except you're not standing there. You can do other stuff. Um,
Absolutely. And the
and
problem is like same thing. It's like it's a 2-minute operation, so you can't walk away. But like you said, if it did it all and then just stopped, it
yeah,
wouldn't matter if it sat there for 15 minutes. I wouldn't care because I would just put them through over a week and get, like you said,
yes,
that 2 hours of work done over an entire week where I'm not using up my brain space to do it. So
Exactly. No,
yeah,
I
it's
tend to do stuff like that where if I can have the
mhm.
machine running, it can sit for half an hour if I'm busy with something else. When I walk past it, I'll load something in again. I mean, yeah, that's what I was doing today.
That's
That's what I. That's what I've been doing over the last freaking while. Like busy with other
well,
stuff, and yeah,
that's why you buy these. Like that's what I do with my pocket clips. I load them up into the machine when I kind of have dead time because I have to make so many of them, and I just like I hit go, and then I walk away and I forget about it, and then I'm like, oh, the cycle stopped, 10 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll swap a new blank in, hit go, and walk away again, and like it's just like all of a sudden before you know it, you're like, oh, I have every single part made, and I don't even remember putting the effort into making it because it's just like when you had a 5-second downtime, you just swapped apart and hit go. I mean, obviously anybody that runs a machine shop understands this is how it's supposed to work, but it's like, yeah, it's
yeah.
yeah.
How it's supposed to work, how it actually works, are not necessarily the same.
Yeah. So, but
So,
yeah. So how did your Tetris game work? I
uh,
saw the machines outside, and then I saw them briefly getting loaded in, and then I see them a lot cleaner now and starting to run.
the
So
stress was
tell me the
something
story.
else. So the day before we prepped everything, I was all sad because Bertha's leaving. That literally the first big machine I bought and retrofit and whatnot. So a little bit sentimental.
Yeah.
Got it all prepped. Put the MCAR on wheels the night before. Put the Slowio on wheels, and then left the coolants because I only got the stuff to kill whatever was alive in the good way on Tuesday. No, Wednesday. So I left it to run through the night, cycling the coolant in the driveway, in the machine. And the whey oil got emulsified and then blocked the return and flooded the nice poisonous stuff down my driveway to my front door.
Oh
So I woke up in the
no.
morning, opened the front door, and there's coolant. I'm like, well, shit. So
Oh no.
went out, pumped it out. The inside of the casting has baffles. So you cannot get all the stuff out of the tank. As much as you want, you fucking can't. So I ended up I was at the machine 6 in the morning, pumping with Monica, trying to get everything out. The sludge and crap in there fucking still is something else. It's in Monica. Fucking disgusting is a compliment to that. Like it was
Oh.
truly disgusting. Got it mostly out, got the top taken off of the machine, and then the rig is pitched up, and we went to roll the MCO out, and the wheels collapsed. The
Oh
wheels broke the
no.
wheels. So, fuck. Okay, it's
Oh
fine. We have a
no.
forklift. So we forked the machine, put it in the driveway. Then discovered something really cool about my workshop. Since when we put Bertha in, I had tilting garage doors. Now I have the slidey doors. Forklift can drive right into my workshop. So they literally drove right
Oh.
in, picked up Bertha, side shifted, put her down, reforked her, and reversed out.
Sick. Okay, awesome.
Like,
That's
yeah,
nice.
so Commissioner was saying, yeah, he felt a bit bad about me paying for half the rigging. I'm like, dude, I knew what this was going to be. So we pulled Bertha out. They put Bertha on the truck. Then we wheeled the Slowio to the door, started going down the ramp, and I forgot to chock in the trolley. So the trolleys, you've got like half inch on each side. You've got to drop something in, otherwise it can slip loose. It slipped loose.
Oh no.
So we then got them to come with a forklift and pick the Slowio. It didn't tip or anything. It stopped. We chocked it, and then they came in with a forklift and picked it up, put it on the curb.
Okay. Okay.
Then picked up the good way, drove that straight into the workshop and placed it on some nice hard blocks that I made. Came out, picked up the MCO, put the MCO in for me, picked up the Slowio, put the Slowio on its wheels in my workshop, and then proceeded to tie down Bertha and whatnot. The crane they bought with can do 4.5 tons at 10 meters extension.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
So 33 feet, it can do
Yeah.
8,000 pounds or 9,000 pounds.
Yeah,
It's
that's sizable.
insane. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nuts.
that's a lot.
So yeah, they came with a truck and a trailer, loaded Bertha on the truck, and then lifted the forklift and popped it on the trailer. And like, I wonder how they're going
Oh,
to tension that chain.
I guess. Yeah, you could lift the forklift. Yeah,
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 lift the
yeah,
forklift.
yeah.
So they put a chain through the back. I'm like, I wonder how they're going to tension that. Guy jumps to the forklift, starts it, just does a burnout, pulls it on the trailer, and then chains the front. I'm like, fuck yes.
That
So
works.
yeah,
Yeah.
then they left, and I followed the guy who bought it, Commish, back to his place so I could help them just put it in there. So we got that
Mm-hmm.
installed and powered up. And yeah, that was easy. They just drove it straight into his shipping container. He's got two 40-foot shipping containers, the high ones. So like really
Okay.
nice little workshop. Got a couple milling machines in there, just manual mills, manual lathe, surface grinder, and then our CNC lathe. But yeah,
Sick.
that was the Tetrising. And then when I went down there, I went and bought new wheels so we could put the MCO back on wheels because I did not like where it was placed. The CAD
Okay.
said it would work. In reality, it was not going to work. So we then, I think Carl came around on Friday and we put it back on wheels and moved her where she ended up being. And then I was running her on the
Mm,
weekend. So yeah,
nice.
it's Tetris and then, yeah, pallet jack to move the good way. All good and well. It can lift it, except it doesn't roll because of the rubber mats on my floor. The wheels sink in.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I have a stick, giant 2x4, shove it under there, and then fucking push the machine along. Um, so it's where it's going to be for now. I think it might move a little bit, or I'll move some other furniture around it. We'll see. I'm still working on it, but yeah, it's
Cool.
it's in, which is cool because I can work on it late at night. Like on Friday night, Danica phoned me at 10:30, like, "Are you still alive?" Because normally I'm in bed with them. I'm like, I'm working on the machine. I'll be in Nana, and then I carried on for like another hour because it's inside. I can just work on it and have light and things. But yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
that was an adventure moving the machines. Like it was really an adventure. Um,
Well, I'm glad you got them all in without like, getting crushed or dropping anything. So.
yeah, we tried to catch one of the machines when it tipped. You know, reflex. It wasn't going to
Yeah, of
fall, but
course.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
the stupid
let's.
human reaction. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think it was Bertha. And then when they offloaded Bertha, oh my word, they offload Bertha, and it's like tippy on the freaking forks. So they pick it up, reverse into the road, drop it right down, and then took it around, dropped it, forked it properly, and yeah, it was fine. It was a little terrifying, but yeah, that's it was a
Oh,
fun adventure.
I remember back in the day when I was at my old day job, we ordered a like we had a delivery of a like 5x10 CNC, and they jammed it into a box truck like lengthwise. So we had to like the pallet. So the pallet is like because a 10-foot bed and then like the control cabinet. It was like I don't know 15 feet long, and all the weight is like it's all giant cat like huge box beam. So it's heavy as hell. And we had our forklift, which could lift it, but we had
Yeah,
extensions on it, and it's like the extensions were just long enough to get to the balance point, and like we lifted up, and I remember like my boss telling the guy, he's like, "Drive the truck, drive!" And we just watch. You're watching the forklift, like the extension slowly
yeah,
bending, and we're like, "Oh, we're gonna dump this." And like we were a startup, we had no money. Like if it hit the ground, we were hosed. And oh, I remember everyone just being stressed.
dude.
So
We
yeah,
used to literally have guys sit on the back of the forklift when we loaded machines
yeah, I
in the
could,
container
yeah.
because it was bouncing. Like I don't know. We've done some dangerous things in with forklifts. But forklifts are lots of fun. I like them. I want one.
Yeah,
Danica seems
big,
to think I'm
heavy
not going
things.
to get
Yeah.
one, but yeah, I have a plan, a super secret plan to get a forklift.
I kind of want one of those like people crushing forklifts. Like I forgot what they're called, like pallet handlers or something like that. Like the most dangerous thing you can buy. Like they're like a forklift, but you like kind of walk behind it, and you can like so you can like lift a nice heavy pallet up to like a point where it's super
Uh,
tippy, and then just dump it on yourself and
yeah,
crush yourself.
yeah, okay,
I
cool.
forgot what
I'll
they're
go.
called now. I think they're called like
A
pallet
pallet
handlers or
stacker.
something.
Pallet stacker.
Pallet, maybe a pallet stacker. I can't
We used
remember,
to sell
but
them where I used to work. Yeah,
just tiny little guys. Yeah, and they, yeah,
it's been super dodgy. But
yeah,
yeah,
everyone dies. Yeah.
yeah. It turns out my 4 kilowatt VFD is not strong enough to run the
Oh, for that spindle
3.7
motor.
kilowatt Fanuc motor. Yes. So there's one
Yeah.
on order now, and now I'm playing the waiting
Hmm.
game. So Spinderella
Okay.
is getting kicked down the fucking road while I wait for a new VFD. I
Oh.
considered putting a 2.2 kilowatt motor, but by the time I make the adapter and everything, I may as well just buy a VFD.
Oh.
So
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
yeah, like by the time I buy the pulley that I need and waste my time going to my mate to weld and design and plasma cut a bracket, I may as well just buy a new VFD. So I did that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
also the lube is fixed on the good way. That was this afternoon. On
I was watching
Friday,
that. Yeah. I
yeah,
saw
on
that. Yeah.
Friday, the pneumatics people had their Murensuk thing, their fucking golf day, so they weren't open. And I went to go buy ferrules and they didn't have. So yeah, that got done today, and then got the way covers back on, and yeah, it's zooming around. I need to tune those motors something horrible. They're fast as fucking accurate, but they humming badly. So I just need
Oh
to read.
yeah.
I need to spend a bit of time reading through the parameter. Well, Asking Notebook LM to read through the manual that is in Chinglish and figure out what the fuck I need to change. But there are some auto
Right.
tuning settings. Like it went from overshooting like significantly. So if I put my indicator on it, and I would tell it go comma one, it would go comma 1.5 and then bounce back to the comma one increment.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I did some auto tuning stuff on it, like one of the parameters. All of a sudden, dead nuts, like dead nuts. Move 5 microns, it moves 5 microns. Tell it to
Sick.
go comma one, it goes comma one, does 15 meters a minute. But the motors are going me the whole time. So
Mm.
I need to
Yeah.
just figure that shit out. I'm sure that's just there's a setting I need to go and poke with a stick, and then that will be unproblematic. But
Nice.
yeah, just
Nice.
been working through the wiring on that because there's a lot of things. But it's pretty much all working now. I need to still do the hydraulics and connect up the pneumatics to the control system. Pneumatics are plumbed in already.
Okay.
So
Okay.
ticking shit off the list very quickly. I'm gonna have nothing to do on the machine until I get a spindle motor very shortly,
Cool.
which could be a
Yeah,
little.
I think I briefly caught the story where you said you're going to have on your friend's machine a plate, but yeah, going with a
Yeah.
proper VFD is probably a lot easier.
Well, it comes with its own set of issues because now instead of a 20 amp EMR filter, I need a 40 amp EMR filter, which is not available locally. So I had to order one of those as well because the new VFD can pull 33 amps, which is more than the LK pulls. The LK is on a 32 amp breaker.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we will see. I might put a smaller spindle motor on this thing anyway. But yeah, for now, I want to use that spindle motor and see where it gets
Yeah.
us. But yeah, all the other systems are coming together. The chip conveyor is working and also disgusting. That'll get fixed with coolant. I'm going to throw just enough coolant in, let it cycle, and then probably pump it out, just to try and
Right.
get rid of the
Okay.
rest of the crap that's in that machine.
Ugh.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's gross.
speaking of CNC machine retrofits and things, Carl's machine arrived
Oh,
on Friday.
okay.
So the machine's moved on Thursday. His machine arrived on Friday in my driveway.
Right.
He needs to go buy a lotto ticket.
Why is that?
Dude. So that machine, it arrived. We pulled the controller off. I look on the back of the controller. It's got a little data plate thingy. Take a picture, Google Translate. What do you think the drive's interfaces are? Step in
I don't know.
direction.
Just simple step direction.
Step in direction.
Nice.
And the VFD
Sick.
for the spindle, 0 to 10 volts. I'm like, you
Oh,
lucky
sick.
bastard. So I've been finding
Super
manuals
easy,
for
yeah.
that and running through the manuals trying to find voltages on control signals and things. Not much info. But if I put in 5 volts and it doesn't work, then I'll put in 24. I'm not going to start with 24. But yeah, I think we're gonna have the thing out of my driveway in like 2 weeks.
Nice.
We've got to wait for
Nice.
a chuck adapter. That's it. And there's no wear on those ways, like at all.
Oh,
There's
beautiful.
Yeah, it only ever ran brass, never ran coolant. There's never been coolant in that coolant tank.
Huh.
It ran
Wow.
brass at our local tap manufacturer here.
Right. I think
Like,
you're
it
saying that.
literally
Yeah.
has an
Yeah.
asset tag, and he spoke to the guy he bought it from, and he was like, "Oh no, they bought it on auction from them, and then it arrived, and the parameters were missing, and they couldn't get anyone to fix it. So it just stood there until they sold it. It also came with
Yeah.
like probably 50 meters of nice big trailing cable. So my machine's getting a piece of that trailing cable to power it.
Oh, cool.
A nice
Yeah.
orange one. Fucking looks cool.
Oh, pretty.
So
Yeah.
and then we're looking at phase converter stuff. I actually put a link in the notes for the phase converter that I have because it's actually really cool. They've got a picture of the insides on their website. Super basic, but steps the voltage up, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so I figured I'd put a thing in the show notes for anyone who's interested. They can have a look at the phase converter because it is kind
Nice.
of interesting.
Cool.
Okay,
Cool.
before we continue, let's shout out our
Yeah, man.
Patreons. We got a new Patreon. Thank you to Brad
Ooh.
for joining the Patreon. And then thank you to Jade from Benchmark 20, Luke from Fabtastics, AJ from Subtract Manufacturing and 20 other companies, EJ from Nocturnal Welding, Jason S. and the Aussie Machinist. You guys make the wheels on the podcast go round and round and make it so we don't sleep on the streets in Chicago, which would be less than ideal
appreciate
considering there's sandwich throwing crackheads there. It was great
Sandwiches would be the least worrying
And I
thing.
literally had one I had a crackhead throw a sandwich over my head while I was waiting for an Uber one night. during INTS
Sandwich
hostel.
is way better than poo. So I'll take
Fair
throw
enough.
sandwiches
Anyone
at
would
me.
laugh if
That's
you'd
fine.
done shit like that. Fucking would have thrown him in front of a train. So, how have you become a YouTube sellout, Kurt?
So I'm becoming a sellout because so remember I talked about last week that RevoPoint company
Yeah,
reached out to me with their scanner. So yeah, they're sending me one, which is kind of wild.
nice.
So yeah, they sent me their like brand new like blue structured light scanner.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm kind of jazzed. I've always wanted a decent scanner, and this one is quote metrology grade. So I mean the specs on it are pretty impressive. So I'm curious to see. I told them what I'm trying to scan, something crazy tiny, and they're like, okay, well it'll be like it should do it. I'm like, well we'll see. So
okay. Interesting.
yeah, they were cool. They said I could share my honest opinion and all that jazz. Like obviously it's a paid. They're giving it to me to do a video on it, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a video for them and. But yeah, then I get a scanner out of the deal. So I was like,
Nice.
why the hell not? I've always wanted one. And it's the first piece of like the first person or the first company that's reached out to me where I'm like, hey, you're not just slinging like flavor of
So,
the month kind of like, yeah, widget or something. So I'm like, this is something that actually looks like it has some use to it. So I give it a
yeah.
whirl, see how it
So
works.
your workshop model is going to become super accurate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I don't know what I'm gonna scan goddamn everything I get my hands on, but
Oh, 100%. I have a 3D scanner for
it's
both that I can't use because Fusion just hates me when I try.
I was just gonna say it's gonna make use of my like I have 64 gigs of RAM and already I'm like, okay, that I might be upgrading that to like the next size up here because it's crazy how many polygons you can start generating when you're
Yeah.
doing a high
It's
detail
scary.
scan. Like it's like multiple gig models is not not difficult to accumulate. So
Oh, I think I have figured out the musical PCs that I'm going to be playing shortly.
how's that? What do you mean?
Because this computer up here can't be upgraded to Windows 11 because apparently it's too freaking old. So,
Right.
okay. The PC that runs my laser cutter is from 2011. It's my gaming PC from 2011. And it was being done this morning. Like, had to reseat the memory and whatnot. So I think it
Mhm.
might be on its way out. So I'm going to
Okay.
take Danica's laptop, put that there at the laser cutting PC. Take that case, because it's a really nice Antec case, bring it up here. Order an upgrade kit that has a mini ATX motherboard for that case. Take my Ryzen 5600G, put that in there, put a 5700 or something equivalent, so an upgraded CPU, into my PC with the graphics card from this PC, and then this PC will end up downstairs as my media PC for watching TV. And I can make it all
Okay.
work because she needs more RAM and she needs more storage. So,
Right. Yeah.
got to sort that out for her. We don't play games on the PCs anymore, really. So, musical PCs will make it work. And then,
Cool.
yeah, got something else to discuss in the Google Box section. I don't know if you've been watching that.
Oh
So,
yes. Oh yes.
yes, okay, cool. I want to discuss that with you. But we'll do that later. That can be an
Yeah.
after show topic.
Yeah, exactly. Tempt people. Yeah.
Yeah. So your digital robot. What is your plan there,
Yeah.
Kurt?
I think well first of all like all the shipping stuff I can do a better job of automating that, which is taking me a decent amount of time. I use ShipStation. It has a lot more like things in place where it can like auto populate, auto bring in my proper SKUs, like do everything so I can just one click it cuz I have it set up so that I can like one click every country, like one click all the US orders, one click all the Canadian orders, one click all the international orders. But I want to populate that up so it pulls all the shipping stuff properly, so I don't even have to do that anymore. And then I'm gonna find some more. We talked about this like months ago, and I just sat on my hands and didn't do it, and now I'm kind of kicking myself. Is more auto responders for like messages, like through my phone and then through email. Not so much auto responders, but like auto response generators,
Yeah,
so
like
that
canned messages.
yeah, give me a canned message that I can put 4 words in to make it sound like it's not a canned message, but then I don't have to spend the 3 minutes typing out an email that I've typed out 150,000 times. Like I don't want to be like I don't want people to be like get a message that's like thanks insert name here for your message. Like like I don't want that, but I also
Well,
don't want to like answer the same question I've answered a billion times. So
Gmail did a not super shit job at that today for me, actually.
yeah,
Chatting
yeah,
to the
they
guy reached out for the shipping, and he wanted to know what
mhm,
carrier we use, and it literally knew what carrier we used, which was kind of creepy. And then I just deleted the
mhm.
second half of the email and typed something else in there because I didn't feel like typing the words FedEx, and so also
Well,
for that.
totally. And with how good like AI like language models are getting, like I'm sure there's something out there that will do a really good job and
Do
save me 90% of the
you
work.
do you listen to the
Excuse
MAP,
me.
the Manufacturing Automation podcast?
On occasion, on occasion.
Okay, so they've been going through automating these things using AI assistants and whatnot, and they're like,
Hmm.
it works, and then it just shits the bed, and then you redev it, and it works, and then it just shits the bed. So yeah, that would be the only concern I would have with one of
That's
those. I think they're using
that's kind of
perplexity
why
and something else.
I wanted to run a local one, and that's the
Yeah.
main reason I built this PC with so much RAM is to run kind of a local AI that would just help me in my world of like this is
Yes.
what I do. This like answer all its questions or provide it information and let it help me. I'm sure that exists out there. I haven't looked into it, but I'm sure it exists,
Okay.
and that would help a shit ton because like yeah, I get a lot of that. And I don't mind it. I love interacting with the community, but then it's like on these days where I put out sales, like it gets to be a lot where I'm spending like multiple hours just answering emails and messages and like
Yeah. No,
so
that
yeah, it
admin
gets
sucks.
admin does suck. Yeah. It
You're a
does suck. It's the
machinist.
one part that well, and it's the one part that makes like if you like from my perspective, I'm dealing with whatever X amount of people like there's so many of them, but to each of those single people, like it's a one-on-one conversation. So like if you can respond to that one person, you sound like an asshole. But
Yeah.
like
No,
and
hundred
people
percent.
get it. Like people are fine and people cut me a lot of slack. Like if I'm late responding to something, no one ever gets upset. But it's still like I'd like to get better at that without having to not sleep. So
Without having to actually get better at it.
well, this is the one area where it should be really like I don't need freaking AI to start building me art. Like AI, do this work and do it well, and then I can do the fun stuff like draw pictures. So
Yeah. No. No. Fair
anyway,
enough. But yeah. No. No.
that's what I want to piss around
The
with.
admin stuff is freaking killer. I hate it. I was responding
Yeah.
to emails and dumb shit today for drone
Hmm.
tags. 'Cause drones have to be registered here for commercial use with a fireproof tag, and we do the fireproof tag. So I got an email. Can I have a quote? I'm like, cool. Here's the pricing. And then I'm like, are you VAT registered? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, cool. Those are the prices. So I'll just give you my banking details. You don't need an invoice. That way I don't have to share money with the government. Screw them.
Hmm.
So yeah, like, and then it's okay. That's now 8 emails that have gone back and forth
Hmm.
for a $10 or $15 order. It's like, woo, just a
Yeah.
little annoying.
Well, and same thing. Like I would like to just be able to tell my computer, be like, hey, follow up with my insurance company and say that it's paid, so I don't have to go open that email and it's in this folder and then click into it and be like the thing was paid today, thank you so much, submit. Like I don't want to do that baloney work. Like there's
No,
smart systems out there like it can do this for me, so yeah.
no, 100%.
Yeah.
Admin sucks and I hate it.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
It
Did you
does.
see my story from this morning?
Which one?
The Blisk. Remember I
I
left
don't
the
think
hole
so,
out?
no.
Okay, you remember I left the hole out?
Oh, you totally, yeah. Yeah, but
They
tell it
spotted
for the
that.
listener.
So I left the hole out because I didn't feel like dealing with it, and they spotted this. So I had to put the hole in. So
But
this
weren't they
morning,
aware of it?
what? That I left the hole out? No, I just didn't mention it to them. And then
Oh
they're like,
shit, I
oh,
thought you
it's
told them
missing.
that.
It's missing. Oh, sorry, I missed it on the drawing. I didn't want to
Oh,
fucking.
okay.
So then
Okay.
I had
Okay.
to order a stupid extension. So 10 diameter, extension 150 mils long. So 3/8, call it
Uh,
6 inches long. Down
yeah.
to not a 1/8 tool, a 3 millimeter freaking tool, which I don't have in mills that are 3 millimeter shank. All my stuff is common 4. So anyway, I found a NC spotting drill that was 3 mil that I had. So I put it in this extension, put the extension into my tool and cutter grinder, ground down this thing to 1.8, and then stepped it to 2.05. Drilled a test piece because I had one of the previous blisks, test piece, and then proceeded to rapid the machine right through the fucking drill bit.
Oh
So there were a
no.
few swear words that came out my mouth. And then I opened the drawer and now I'm looking for another tool because I need to make a plan. Like I was going to take a 3 mil end mill and grind that down and use it as a drill, which wasn't going to go well. And then I found
Yeah.
some 1.5 millimeter ball noses that I had. 3 millimeter shank, don't know where they're from. Like, don't know why they're in my drawer, but anyway, put one of those in. Started boring, it's not long enough, take it out. Put it in the tool and cutter grinder. Relieve the shank. and then put it back in, and then I interpolated the bores, and they're done. So they are finished. But
Nice.
that fixture, Fusion was shitting the bed hard today. Um, I pushed the thing to toolpath, the fixture. When I tried to pull it back,
Yeah.
Fusion just exploded. I'm like, fuck,
Mm,
okay.
okay.
Reboot Fusion. Fusion explodes. Try again. I'm like, okay, fuck, that's a programming with my hand. So I quickly programmed it. And interesting fixture. So it's got a locating feature on this side. Then I turned it over and I machined. So when it was this way, I machined the 15-degree angle. So when I put in my vise, it located at the 15-degree angle. And then I had an
Mhm.
undercut at 15 degrees that I just surfaced with the ball mill so that I could probe and find an edge that I could use to program.
Right, right,
It
right,
worked.
right, right.
Yeah, it
Okay.
worked pretty well. Like, actually went pretty well. Clearance was like less than a millimeter to that 10 mil extension. Like, it was stupid. But anyway, it's now done, and I never have to see them again.
I was I was gonna
And
say,
then
I thought you were gonna say like you rapided it into the work and then just totally had to do it all again. I was like, oh no.
no,
Okay,
no.
that's nice. That's nice.
And I was
That's
a lot
nice.
more careful after that. But yeah,
I bet. Yeah.
and then so I went to go drop those off. Came back, and as I pull into my pull up to my house, one of my customers' delivery vans, I'm like, I haven't spoken to them, wasn't expecting anything, drops off this big box. Okay, cool. Open, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm not expecting anything. Grab my keys, like rip open the box. Okay, cool. So I message the guy, hey, you guys just delivered raw material. What do you need? No, we need 200 of these things. It's a part I do for for these guys who do it for the banks. It's a recurring part. So I've got fixturing. Set it up,
Mhm.
and the last tool's a 1 millimeter end mill, and before the program's done, it does a tool break detect. And the tool break detect finally caught a broken tool. I'm pretty sure it's the
Yay!
first time I've caught a broken tool with my tool break detection. I was so happy that I broke the tool. But yeah, I got a machine 200 of these things. I think I'm like 40 something in already, or close to
Nice.
50.
Okay.
I get load and go. They're like, dude, 0 points. Throw the fixture in, hit chooch, and it just runs. Like, I think I went from the
Yeah.
machine being off to running parts in like under 5 minutes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. Nice bread and butter work. Yeah.
100%. And it's going to run for probably the whole of tomorrow. And then we'll be
Sick.
done. I'm like, cool. The work is starting to roll in for the end of the year because that's coming up now. In a month's time, we pretty much won't be able to get material anymore this year. So I was meant to send an email today. I'm going to chase Danica to do it tomorrow to write it for me so it doesn't sound like, oi, dickheads, place orders. We're going to make it sound a little bit better than that. Basically saying if you want stuff by the end of January, you best place your orders this month, like middle of this month. And if you only want it delivered in January, best you pay a 50% deposit now because I ain't bankrolling that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, because it's a couple of my customers on 30 days, but sorry, I'm not rolling it for 60 days on my account. It's not happening. But I'm trying to
Yeah.
just make sure they don't go without parts because that is
Yeah.
one of the things that is stressing me just a little is the fact that I don't have the ability to make one of my highest quantity part numbers until that VFD arrives.
Mm.
So that is like mildly stressful.
Yeah. I could see that being stressful. Yeah, for sure.
No, just ever so slightly. Curt, there's only
Yeah.
one topic left, and it's a great one.
It sounds heinous. So tell us the story.
So, what do you think I did all day yesterday?
Cried in a corner?
No, not quite. I went to
Oh,
go,
okay.
well,
Okay. That's
kind
good.
of, because I had a really rough night the night before, but anyway. Went through at about 10 a.m. to Bertha to go and give the guy training and get him up to speed and run some parts he needed to run that we procrastinated till the machine was in his place. So we got Fusion working for him. He's running the free version, so can only output a single tool at a time, which is a bit annoying when you've got tool 14 as a drill and a boring bar because it's a U drill. So you have to output the drill and
Oh,
then output, yeah. Anyway, then I
yeah.
was having to go through and edit because there's no rapids either. So I was having to
Totally.
edit
Yeah. Yeah. It's all.
that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we made some parts, smoked a U drill. I gave him an old U drill I had. I'm like, yes, the usual, yes, some spare inserts. Gave him a T6 wrench, not realizing I had opened the screws up and made them for a T7. So we couldn't change the inserts. So we ran the alley inserts and we ran one part, no problem, and then smoked it on the second part. So he's got a manual that just drilled the parts out. Like, it's not the end of the world. We used a boring bar.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
we made our way through all the parts we needed to do. We had to make eight parts. It took us 10 hours. They're not complicated parts.
Oh,
But
okay.
we ordered material, ordered 75 mil material, so I'm busy programming it. I'm like, cool, what's the material? Oh, 75, sweet. Put it in the machine, do the first facing pass. Like, sounded a bit like it engaged, like kind of wrong. First facing pass, second facing pass, drops into take a 5 mil cut and sends it. And fucking throws a chunk of 80 millimeter by 100 long EN19 condition T.
Ooh.
So
Oh no.
you stop the machine, loosen it, reseat everything. In fact, I think it looks like it's running out a little bit. I'm like, let's try to see what's happening. Like, pulled all the jaws out to check if maybe we snapped one of the teeth off the jaws or something. No, everything looks okay. Hey, this one's a bit tight. Look there, crack next to the middle T piece on the jaw. Like, shit,
Oh
just
no.
broken your chuck. So we turned the jaws around so we could close the chuck more to grip. And we're like, tighten. It's not opening. The crack's not opening. So we carried on running. So he's going to take it off. No, he'll take it off this week, strip the chuck, heat it up, and then just fuse that closed with the TIG. And then you'll see if it cracks. You'll see the crack in the fuse. And like we were discussing it, okay, cool. Next time, 4-jaw chuck for op 1, and then soft jaws in that chuck for op 2. Because then you can have the chuck a lot more closed. It's a bit more rigid. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. He's not going to have to go buy a new chuck tomorrow to carry on. But yeah,
well, it's his manual chuck, right? Like that's not the hydraulic.
I know it's a manual chuck. So
yeah.
It's not
okay. So it's not
$200 or so, $250 to buy a new one. But yeah, you don't have to buy a new one if you can avoid it.
Totally. Yeah.
And then the machine decided it wanted to be possessed.
Okay.
So I've had a big left-hand boring bar that I gave him as well because I have 2. Coming to bore the soft jaws, put the spindle into reverse, and the machine goes, fucks off sideways. So I'm like, what the shit just happened? Did I maybe did it cycle start or something? So I cleared the program that was loaded, put the spindle warm-up program, so there's no X or Z movements. Come back and start the spindle in reverse, and it fucks off up again. I'm like, what the hell is going on? The only thing that we could figure, because we power cycled and it was okay for a while, the VFD is pushing back EMF, and the back EMF is exciting the fucking step signals. That's the only thing I can figure. It's never been possessed before, and now that we've swapped the VFD, it's a fuck up. So I'm going to take my 4 kilowatt VFD that I have and go and install that on Bertha, just to try and mitigate these fucking stupid issues. But yeah, really weird. Only in reverse. Doesn't do it when you go forward. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's a little weird. Yeah, it's bizarre.
That's super weird. It's not showing it as movement on the screen. It's just like the drive's tuning, fuck, let's go. And then it did it in the Z as well, once or twice. So yeah, really weird. Like we were just trying to get the job done. And it was being really, really possessed. But anyway,
that's bizarre, yeah.
At the end of the evening, we got all the jobs done, all pretty good tolerancing. So yeah, it was a success, but it took us 10 hours. I was expecting like 2 or 3, 10 hours.
I guess it depends how simple the parts are, but that doesn't seem crazy. But
no, they're pretty simple parts. It's like fucking 10 minutes of machine on each one. The problem is he ordered 100 mil long material. Now in future he's going to order 80 millimeter long material or 85 because he needs 25 for the one part and 50 for the other. So we don't want to be roughing off 25 mils of material with 0.45 facing passes because we also don't trust the chuck too much. So like it's finding a balance and getting his process dialed in now. But we made folders on the machine. As we put code, we're archiving all the code. So it's all, if he wants to run it again, it's all there and he can just run the code. But yeah, it was fun. And yeah, he's pretty chilled about the whole experience. Other than the machine being a little fucking possessed. That was a bit annoying.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
That VFD was causing so much back EMR that it was freaking the MCO out.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
I think the issue is just the fact of the VFD. I'm just going to swap the VFD for the 4 kilowatt that I have, and then it'll be problem solved. Or put the old one back on. But then it runs out of horsepower on the old one. Like you can take twice the depth of cut with the new VFD. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun and exciting. That's what's important.
Yeah,
Now,
well, it
on a more
sounds the
exciting
part.
note, we got some questions in the Q&A today.
Ah, yes, we do.
Yes,
So
we are very
thank you to the
fans.
people who dropped Q and A's. I did not have a link on my site, so whoever sent them to Jamie, actually, we'll shout you out right now because we're gonna go
Yes,
through
that's
them
the
all.
plan. Ooh, and I thought I would just check, and we have another one.
Ooh.
Yes,
Well, while
craft.
Jamie types, uh, I will sit here and sing you all a song. No, I'm not
Yeah,
going to sing
hang on,
anything.
wait, while we're processing. So I'm trying to get the name
Go,
correct, and then I'm not in
go
the
get
wrong.
yourself a nice drink or a snack. This is the halftime of the podcast where we this is a low production show. So we
This is a minimum effort show. Well, we have music at least. Okay, there we go.
yeah,
Anyone else who puts
done.
in questions, it's too late now. So,
I
first
can't see
question
the
here.
question because your box
Oh,
is on it, but
oh, what? Fixed?
it's invisible to me. There we go. Now I can see it.
Okay, cool.
It was weird. It
Okay,
was
cool.
highlighted. I couldn't see it.
First question is, I'm pretty sure aimed at me, and that's from one of
Yes.
our main customers, Musa. He wanted to know, when will Spinderella be running? As soon as my VFD arrives, because I had to order a bigger fucking VFD. So yeah, 2 weeks or so, and then that will be running. Then we've got Armstrong lifts, which is an awesome name for a power lift because their arms are strong. Um,
Mhm.
yes, what is the average machinist salary in your countries? Asking from Australia. So Danica and I actually discussed this afternoon while we were on our walk.
All
And she's
right.
like, you need to give context for cost of living
Totally.
before
Yeah.
I just go and do my thing. Because if I convert to dollars, when I left where I was working, it was, I don't feel like doing maths in my head. One moment, please, loading. Divide by, at the time, it was about 16 and a half rands. I was just shy of $1,600 a month.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So hourly rates on that was, give or take, divide by, what did I say, 16.5. $7.27 an hour was my hourly rate,
Okay.
which is hilariously low when you compare it to everyone else. But then again,
Yeah.
a loaf of bread here costs us less than $1.
Yeah. Fair.
So,
I mean,
like,
that's half of our minimum wage here. So,
exactly. So, yeah,
yeah.
it's our minimum wage is absolutely hilarious in South Africa. Um, with the current exchange rate, it is $1.58 per hour.
yeah. Yeah. But like you said, it's a different economic world. So it
100%.
works.
So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, and machinists here, you're pretty much capped at what I was earning. Like, because your boss doesn't want you to earn more because then, well, then you think you own the place and he doesn't want to pay you any more than that. So, yeah, they tend to take a bit of advantage here. They know you can't leave and
Fair
earn
enough.
more elsewhere because everyone pays the same here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my
So,
experience on it. But also, I live in the poor people place of the world.
yeah. Yeah. Well, fair. Yeah. But, um, so here it's, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's more, but our cost of living here is
Yeah,
quite a bit different. So if I want to convert, let's say I'll convert them to US because probably most people are US. I'd say the minimum for like a very basic like button pusher, literally nothing else, but like maybe putting a part in a device, tightening it, and hitting the green button, and then if it starts to make a lot of noise and things and sparks, you hit the red button. Like one of those kind of people, maybe you'll make the lowest I'd probably pay is about like maybe 20 US an hour. That's kind of probably your like general labor almost level. I wouldn't even call that a machinist because you're a button pusher. You can call yourself a machinist, but you're just a glorified button pusher. And then if you're like doing setups, cam, stuff like that, I mean, you could 40, $50 an hour is probably kind of commonplace if you're skilled.
yeah,
I mean, there's definite like people doing crazy work like out of town in higher risk environments that are probably going to make more, and there's people that are doing less work that's going to make less. But I'd say that's probably a good span between somewhere between 20 and let's say 50 is probably pretty average here
okay,
for a machinist salary. So
yeah,
definitely a reasonable, like if you're coming out of school, like it's definitely worth going into. Like you'll make good money. So
100%.
yeah.
No, the trade's always good to go into if you're coming out of freaking school.
Yeah,
They just
and
get a
yeah,
bad
it teaches
rap
you so many
for
other
some
things.
stupid
Yeah,
reason.
I know so many. Yeah, I trade school is fantastic. There's a lot of trades here where you can. I mean, if you're willing to work out of town here, oil field stuff, you can make a crap ton of money, like
Or even just go
double,
be a
triple
turd
that.
herder.
Without,
Just go be a turd herder and you'll make a killing. People are always going to shit. Like,
yeah, yeah. There's jobs for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Good job. Oh, sweet. Um, okay. Tommy Turbine 1. If you had
Sick fame.
employees, what would your view on personal projects on idle machines be? Yay or nay?
Uh, you want to start off, or you want me to?
I'll start off. I'm pretty sure my boss would, where I used to work, would never let that happen again because I took full advantage. I built a CNC machine on the machines after hours so I could afford to leave.
Yeah.
I had free reign. Like if like even if production was running, I'd slot my own shit in between because they weren't paying that much attention that I could get away with shit like that. I used to run parts on the wire cutter for myself because it was just easier to do it on the wire cutter than to do it on anything else. So I would like I've got a bunch of stuff laying around that I wire cut for shits and giggles.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a good way to get guys to learn. I know what's his name, Tabletop Machine Shop. He
Hmm.
made those tiny little turrets, and that was all made after hours on the work machines. Like if you're going to need fancy tools, buy your own fancy tools, or use broken and beat up end mills that are in the scrap bin kind of story. And I think it's really good for teaching people as long as they don't break your machine.
Yeah. I I basically echo that perfect. Like same thing. My old day job, my boss gave me. I mean, I was a little different situation. I set up all the machines. I did all the cam. I did everything. Those machines were my machines. Like if I broke them, I cried. So, um, like in the sense of that. So he had no issue with. He's like, dude, use the tools, use the machine, use our material, use whatever you want. He's like, if it's going to advance your skills, do it. Do whatever you want. After hours, they're all yours. And I'm so thankful that he did that because I learned so much. And then for all the people that I eventually got into a more managerial role, and anybody that was skilled enough to run the machines without crashing them, like when the people above the red button, green button people, all those people got the same kind of treatments. Like, hey, come in here, come after hours. If you want to come on the weekend, there's usually someone here. If you want to work on something, do it because it's going to advance your skills far faster than just doing production work because you're actually invested in it. And the amount of people that took advantage of that was like zero, which blew my mind.
Well,
Yeah,
that is how I got into to actual big CNC machines. Was making tricopter frames after hours on the big ass Sigma mill. That's how I learned to program it. Was making
yeah,
tricopter frames, and then my boss was like, "No, okay, let's not do this on this machine. We're going to use this for
yeah,
production. Let's build a little router." So we built a little. I built a little router. I designed it. We made machine the parts at work. I built it. I assembled it during work hours, and we used it for doing nameplates and stuff as well. But that's how I got into it. I was actually, who was I discussing that with? I was discussing it with someone. I was saying, no, I built my first CNC machine in 2009 when I had my first job working at our local like Harbor Freight type story, repairing stuff on
mm-hmm.
Fridays and Saturdays. That December, I took all my money and I followed an Instructables build of a CNC machine, a
Yeah.
type frame, like it was horrid. Running Turbo CNC on my mom's computer that I had to boot with a stiffy disk to run Turbo CNC. And that's how I got into it. That's actually how I got the job where I used to work, is that was on my CV. That I built a
Yeah,
CNC machine and the guys are cool, send me pictures. He had a look, he's like, cool, this lighty knows what he's doing. Like, we can teach
yeah,
him. So
yeah. And if
yeah, I think it's
if I
definitely a yay. And that's why I have the slow yo. Like Carl wanted to learn. I'm like, dude, come crash the slow yo. Well, you're not going to
totally,
break anything. And if you do, guess what? I built the machine. I can rebuild it.
totally. If I had an employee, I never will, but if I had an employee, absolutely, I'd be like, hey, run my little Curt, run the manual lathe. Like those things, you're not really going to hurt if you crash them. And then if you're, once you're at that point where I'm not freaked out that you're going to blow shit up, yeah, of course, run all the machines because it's the only way you're going to learn, and it's you're going to learn
100%.
better when it's your parts.
Yes,
So
because you're
yeah,
invested in them. But yeah.
absolutely.
Cool. Then we got a question from Two Stroke Mafia, aka John. Uh, what do you do when you scrap a part that you really did not want to scrap and it puts you in the red? I'm assuming the end bit puts you in the red because the message cut out. But yeah,
Okay.
um, I like Kurt's answer because we discussed the questions before the podcast. Go cry in a corner and then cry a bit more.
Absolutely.
And then suck it the
Absolutely.
fuck up and carry on. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I think we've all been there where we scrap things. That happened to me last week on a tool steel job. In the hole, $250 on material. And the guy ended up getting material elsewhere and doing the part on a manual machine himself because he had a tight deadline. I made the first part. Something went wonky with my tool setting. I made the second part. The part came loose and shifted on when I was cutting the OD, and it's like, okay, it's fucking scrap now. And I was like, dude, this is the situation. I can go get more materials. Like, no, don't. I'll get material and I'll just put it on the lathe. So I'm in the hole there, like $250 on that job. Um, like, I didn't deliver the parts. I don't expect him to pay me the fucking balance of what I quoted him. The parts were not right. And yeah, what he was going to pay me, what was, because I misquoted the material as well. So I was like, cool, what he owes me, I will have just done this job for free, but I won't be in the hole. And yeah, now I'm in the fucking hole. It's great. I like being in the hole.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's no.
Cry in a corner and suck it the fuck up and carry on.
Cry, and then the only way forward is kind of putting your foot in front of the next foot, even if you're wiping tears out of your eyes and like, or sweating profusely because you don't know what you're gonna freaking do next. But
yeah, well, there's a reason the windshield's bigger than the rearview mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit happens. Yeah, you just gotta carry on. Like just keep trucking.
Yeah.
And then Joshua from Firmworks asks, what makes you boys happy in the machine shop? And the only appropriate answer is fondling lathes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yes. I love lathe. Yeah.
That specific comment is aimed at a very specific Patreon. And guest that we've had, Mr. Gray. I was on a toolpath call, and I mentioned that I haven't really used toolpath the last week because I've been fondling a lathe.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Which I thought was quite entertaining. But yeah. I don't know. When seeing the machines run, that makes me happy. Money printing.
Yeah, well, I think me and you both got that fortunate / whatever way you think of it, interest of just like this kind of shit lights our brains up. Like seeing machines run still lights my brain up. Like even though I've seen them run hundreds, thousands of times, I still think it's so cool that I can design something digitally and have it machined and have a machine that makes it, and then it comes out perfect in my hands. That still blows my mind. So yeah, that makes me happy. That shit makes me happy.
It makes me very happy as well. And then last one from Croft Precision. What's your favorite movie or movies? That's a difficult one.
Mine's a dead easy one. The Matrix series. If I had to watch one movie for the rest of my life, I can only pick one. It'd be that series.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3. Then no more.
I watched the fourth one, which was crap. Danica hasn't watched them, but I can't get her to sit down to watch them.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
She just doesn't want to. I don't know. She's fucking broken. They're really good. So is the original Alien movie. That's really, really
I'll give you that. Yep, I'll give you that.
After Resurrection, I kind of want to go rewatch that. I don't know. Oh, I'm hitting escape. Let's hope I don't break anything. I don't know. Movies. There's nothing I go back to rewatch super often. I thoroughly enjoyed the. I'm drawing a blank on it. The Tom Cruise movies. Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if you've watched the Final Reckoning.
Dude, I stopped at like 2 or something. Not because I don't like them. I just haven't followed up on them.
Dude, you need to watch them all through in sequence because Final Reckoning calls back to the first one. It's one continuous storyline. And it's
what you went about that guy. They're great shows. Yeah.
No, dude, those movies, you're not watching them to become an intellectual. You're watching them because they're entertaining. They're a popcorn movie. Like they're a popcorn movie. Yeah. You're watching it for the stuff.
100%.
There's a lot of popcorn movies that I really enjoy, but they're popcorn movies. Like after Dune Part 2 came out, I went quite deep into the lore of Dune, and I'm like, it was a good movie, but you could watch it as a popcorn movie, or you could read into it and all the fun stuff that goes with that. Although, I can tell you now, it's going to be your favorite movie that's coming up next year.
I hope so, dude. I hope so.
Yes.
I'm excited too.
I liked your response to the message today.
Yeah.
I was going to respond, it was just fist me, but I thought, let me be.
No,
I'm looking forward to Project Hail Mary. I'm very excited for it. I haven't actually been doing audiobooks since I re-listened to that last. I should probably get back into audiobooks.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. Yeah.
They are. And they turn the brain off a little bit.
Yeah, there's so many great movies out there, but yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
one.
I don't watch that. Like we used to watch movies a lot. I used to get like thick discounts with my RA, my times annuity. They had like a bonus thing that we got movie tickets at. I think they were like
Mm.
$3 a ticket, and then it was like $2 for popcorn and coke. So Danica and I
Hmm.
would go to the movies like 5 or 6 times a month because they were cheap. So we'd go watch shit we
Yeah,
didn't want to watch just because we could watch it cheaply. Um,
totally.
but yeah, then that went away, and I don't even know what I went to watch last at the cinemas. Probably Avatar 2.
Yeah, I got a laundry like little people. I got a laundry list of movies that I want to go watch. But I mean, I built like a whole
But
big
you
home
get to
theater in
watch
my basement.
Frozen,
So,
and then you get to watch
oh,
Frozen
dude,
again, and then
I've
again.
watched the Gabby movie. I've watched all the Frozens. You cartoon movies, honestly, like all the freaking kid cartoon, like Encanto and then Moana. Like those are so good. Like I don't care what anyone
I
says.
mean,
Those cartoons are
I was
fantastic.
at I was at my mate's house, and his son wanted to watch Luca. So
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
we were waiting for something to run on the machine. So we were sitting talking, and the movie would be playing, and he'd just look at me, and he would just talk the words at me. He knows the
yeah.
movie
Of
word for
course.
word because his boys want to watch it every day.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, my nephews also enjoy watching stupid shit.
Yeah, yeah,
It's great.
it'd be a while, but then I can start putting in the good movies like the Indiana Jones series and a couple of those good ones in there. Back to the Future.
Yeah, there's a bunch of awesome movies that all children should watch. But yeah,
Absolutely,
okay, cool.
absolutely.
So I think that's
Yeah, man.
basically tying everything up. What is in your Google box, Kurt?
In my Google box is a bunch of 80s video games because I once again had a bunch of finishing to do and I didn't know what I wanted to listen to for audiobooks and I wanted some brain candy. So I listened to Ready Player One and Ready Player Two because those were some of my favorite books. And yeah, I have all the games, like I have all the arcade games. So whenever they reference one in the story, I like look it up and I'm like, oh, and I'll play that. And I'll play a little bit of it like that
Yeah,
night just to be like, oh, this is kind of fun. So anyway, highly suggest those books, especially if you were at all slightly interested in some of those like 80s era games and movies and or yeah, movies and yeah, songs and
yeah.
whatnot.
But they
Super good
nerfed
book.
the shit out of it for the movies.
Oh my god, the movie is not it does not hold. I was so excited for the movie and then I was kind of disappointed. I mean, obviously, you'd always be disappointed walking out of a movie after you're reading the book, but the
Well,
books
you've
are
seen have you
fantastic.
seen that meme where it's he has the book and then they cut the DVD shape out
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, these are the bits they leave out. It's like yeah,
Well, and considering that book is like it references, I don't know, probably like 50, like 100 maybe, like actual like video games in the book, but they couldn't do that in the movie because you'd have to pay rights to every single video game. So like they stripped all that out of the movie and it kind of ruins it.
yeah. That's
So,
on. It's,
anyway,
I think I might actually even have that on my phone currently. I just haven't got around to listening to audiobooks for a while. Like
yeah.
I haven't. I
So,
want to get. I want to listen to the Expanse series. I just haven't gotten into it
eh, yeah.
because I
So
thoroughly enjoyed it. Show. Apparently, the show is coming back as well, which will be cool. So
yeah, that's in there. That RevoPoint scanner. I was looking at that. That YouTube guy, that U Maturin, and then Hey Gear's printer. I've been seeing a bunch of ads on that, so I checked out their printers, resin printers.
okay,
Super cool. Like kind of form for air or like
okay,
pricing. But really, really nice looking units. Like the big printer and cure chambers, and I'm kind of excited about those. I think I would. I don't know. They'd be I was considering the Form Fours, but these are now a contender. They're pretty sick. But I mean, they're $4,000 or $5,000 resin printers, so
yeah.
they're not cheap, but
But then you've got a
really cool.
mechanism that you want to print. So
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna end up printing it, but if I do, we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, look
okay,
really cool printers. I was been geeking out about those. So how about
nice.
you? What's in your Google box?
So we've got the arc weld for single phase. What phase converter single phase to three phase 380 volt. Anyway, there's a link in the doobly doo for that because Carl needs to buy one, so we're looking at it.
Hmm.
Then there's a video by Mediocre Maker. He bought a 12-year-old Sal X4 and he's
Oh,
going
cool.
through getting it running. So I was watching the YouTube video before we started because nothing on YouTube is less than 40 minutes now.
Totally.
Then
Yep.
I've been looking at the Retroid G2 and I was looking up refractometers because the guy bought Bertha needs a refract to keep the coolant in check. So I found him one for like $15 on our local Amazon type thing. Although now we have
Hmm.
got Amazon, but the cheap knockoff version of Amazon. I found him a link there so he can buy himself one. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're going to discuss the G2 a little bit in the after show. It's in the after show
Mm-hmm.
section because I'm fancy like that. Oh,
Yes.
no, it isn't.
Well,
It now is in
it
the
is
after show
now.
section. Yes, yes, because we're fancy. We have a super complicated doc. Um, although this doc has made the rounds at this point. We'll
Yeah.
discuss that in the after show as well.
Thanks, Dylan, for seeding it.
Yeah,
We've shared it
um,
around like a something that you'd
yeah,
share.
yeah, pretty much. So anyway, what are you up to? Oh, wait, where can people find your stuff, Kurt?
Confoundermachine.com. I will probably reopen the lotteries in the New Year's, and I hope to have a new pen designed in the New Year's because I'm running out of serial numbers and I want the click, and I've finished like 90% of the design for it, so I should probably get machining it. So yeah,
And
stay
also,
tuned.
if you're on the Reddits, you can find the password to Kurt's website.
Yeah, if you're on
The
Reddit, you can
Discord.
find the password to my sales and then totally swamp my systems because I don't account for people doing that, but it's okay. It's bound to happen.
Yeah,
How about you?
it's,
What are you doing?
um, yeah, so you can find us at jspeceng.com. We're going to update the shipping. When this comes out, it should be updated for the anchor points so that you don't have to request a quote to actually get the shipping thing. It seems to be pretty stable at this point. Um, you can find me at jspec_Ian Engineering on Instagram. And I think there's also a link in the doobly-doo for both of our Instagrams. And then the Lone Machinists, you can find thelone That will be the website for the podcast with some bonus content, the companion guide, a link to the merch store where you can buy fancy t-shirts. Kurt's busy. Oh, nice. He's wearing the warranty void one. I'm not. I'm wearing this one, which I think is
Ooh,
discontinued.
be the bigger
Don't be the
person.
bigger person. Be the bigger problem. Yeah, I like my warranty void shirt. It's one of my favorites. I actually need
That's
another one
better.
because mine's got a hole in it. And then my face small shirt, I ripped the back of. So I'm going to have to get another face small shirt. But yeah, that's cool. So what are you doing
Cool.
today, Kurt?
Today I'm going to box up orders and print labels, and I have a few kind of custom jobbies that I got to do. So I'm going to push that to the end, and then I'm going to answer another bajillion more emails that I don't want to do. And yeah, they're just admin work, admin, and run the laser. Probably I run the laser while I'm doing all this, so I actually feel productive. But
Nice.
yeah,
I actually ran
how
my
about you?
laser today.
Yeah.
I'm going to carry on running the stupid little parts for the banks tomorrow and probably get the hydraulics into my workshop, which is going to be unpleasant, and hooked up to the Goodway because the list of things left on the Goodway is rapidly shrinking. But I want to get through all the wiring like tasks before I start like buttoning things up finished. So I want to get the hydraulics
Mm.
working. That's the last big system that needs to be brought online. And then that's the plan. Make parts, do that, order material. The Tufnell job is coming around again. I got a call today about it. The guy's like, "You're charging me more than last time." I'm like, "No, I'm not. Gave you discount. I'm supplying the material, bro." So, "Was the material that much?" I'm like, "Yes, it was." So yeah,
Yeah.
that job, they need that by the end of November. So they will be getting payments and things done tomorrow so I can order their material for them. And then I get to ruin my coolant again. But yeah, this month's already shaping up to be banger. There you go. Thank you everybody for listening. And we will, oh, no, we won't see you next week. Well, we will see you next week. But more importantly, if you've enjoyed the podcast, please share it with someone you think who will enjoy it or give it a 5-star rating, all those things. And if you want to see our faces and you can't, well, then you're listening on something weird because, as far as I know, the video is now on Spotify because Danica figured that out.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
fancy.
you don't have to be like AJ and listen on Zencaster.
Poor AJ.
Poor AJ, I know. That's him and
Light
his
him up
20
every
companies.
show.
Every single show.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, thank you everybody for listening, and we'll see you next week. For the patrons, off to the after show.
Take care, all.